What's up, people? Chris, UFC 131 post-fight thoughts, afterthoughts, whatever you want to call it. Once again, I believe I said heading in this event, wasn't that hyped on it. I was looking forward to the main event, but I didn't know how good the rest of the card was going to be. But unfortunately, it once again exceeded my somewhat low expectations. Really good, fun night of fights. Not really a bad bout in the mix from what I saw on the pay-per-view. I guess Carwin and Lesnar ended up, or Carwin dos Santos, a little slow after the first round, but you know, um, outside of that, I thought this was a really enjoyable event, including, of course, the prelims on Spike and Facebook. As far as Facebook fights, the only one I really want to mention real quick was that Joey Beltran Aaron Rosa fight. Man, for a fight between two heavyweights, those guys threw down, definitely carried their conditioning even into the third round after such a pretty hellacious first couple of rounds, particularly for heavyweights. But a lot of good back and forth action, strengths, staying in the pocket, just going toe to toe. But in the end, Beltran just wore Rosa down and finished him off in the third, so a good win for the Executioner. Spike TV, of course, Chris Weidman wins by guillotine the first. That was good to be able to sink the guillotine even after that 10-second clapper and still get the guy to tap out, so that just tells you how tight that choke was. Sam Stout KO Vive Edwards. Damn, impressive. It's funny, before the fight started, I was thinking, maybe they shouldn't call Sam Stout Hands of Stone because he doesn't really knock people out that often anymore. Well, I guess he can. That moniker was very fitting tonight because he definitely, man, just crushed poor Yves Edwards. Got to be KO with a night, I imagine. As for the pay-per-view, Cowboy Cerrone, one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. Unfortunately, Rocha, once he realized I guess he couldn't get this fight to the ground, pretty much was content to survive. You could tell Donald was frustrated by this, kicking him in the leg, just mocking him. But what can you do? Takes two to tango. Either way, Cowboy gets the win, and hopefully he'll get that Mac Danzig fight next. If not, maybe Cole Miller. Two guys who he despises, and I would like to watch him kick either of their asses. John Olivinamo, Dave Herman. Another really exciting heavyweight bout. It's not often that you get two exciting heavyweight fights on the same event, but that was the case here. It was really hard to say who was going to win this fight. There was so much stuff going on in the first round, so much back and forth. The thing that stood out to me the most in this fight, Dave Pee Wee Herman really needs to know how to tuck his chin. His head is so straight up in the air, it is like a freaking speed bag up there just waiting to get hit. I mean, John Olivinamo is a straight up pretty much grappler, but he was tagging and hurting Pee Wee throughout the fight. Wild first round. Second round was even wilder. It looked like when Inamo hurt Herman, he was going to finish him off. Of course, that wasn't the case. Herman came back. Kind of was like swinging just to survive. And ended up hurting Inamo in the process. Dropping him. Inamo survived, got back up, but Herman hurt him again. This time finished him off. Just a wild heavyweight fight. Just a lot of action for a heavyweight bout. Good win for Herman, and I'm looking forward to watching either of these guys fight again after that fight between both. Damian Maia, Mark Munoz. This was a fight. It was hard to say if it was going to be contested mainly on the feet or the floor. I think we got a little bit of both. I was surprised how much better Maia looked on the feet in the first round. Of course, it was obvious that Mark Munoz still had the edge in power, but I thought Maia's stand-up technique looked a lot better. Ground, there were a lot of good scrambles here, a lot of good transitions. Neither had a real advantage in the ground throughout, although Munoz did get some good ground to pound here and there. But it just looked like Maia kind of tired out as the fight went on, particularly in the third round, so I thought Munoz did a lot more in the third round than Maia. And I thought he did enough during the decision. Although I thought, and including on the Facebook prelims, there were some 30-27 scorecards throughout the night that I just didn't agree with. Most notably, actually, Omagawa getting robbed in the very first fight of the night. Good win for Mark Munoz, though. Next up, Kenny Florian, Diego Nunes. I was going to say Sanchez. We already saw that fight a long time ago. Man, I was surprised that Kenny Florian didn't look like he put on much weight after the cut. Obviously, he said in the post-fight interview the cut was really tough for him, but normally we see guys look a lot bigger after they cut that much weight and then, rehydrate. But he didn't really look that much bigger at all. Didn't seem to affect him, though. Strong cardio throughout. Good first round for Nunes. But as Joe Rogan mentioned, I think it was kind of pretty obvious, Diego Nunes slowed down from the second round on. And Kenny just used his experience and his technique to take over. Did good on the stand up. And of course, when he was able to get Diego down, he was able to do work on from the top position. Third round, Diego was worn down again. Kenny pretty much just took advantage of that. Although at the very end of the fight, of course, they were going toe to toe with the final 10 seconds, and Diego caught Kenny and dropped him, but not enough to win the round. Kenny wins the fight by unanimous decision. I think that's the right call. Hard to say if he gets the next title shot against Jose, although I guess it all depends on how Chad Mendes looks against Honey Yahan, his next fight. Main event, Junior Dos Santos, Shane Carwin. Good first round. The one thing that stood out to me the most in this fight, just looked like Shane Carwin just didn't look as confident. I don't know if it was because he was coming off his first loss, or if he's worried about making sure he didn't get tired, conserving his stamina or his energy. But he just didn't look as aggressive and as confident in his stand-up as usual. But I will give him credit. Obviously, he was in pretty good shape because Junior Dos Santos was absolutely whipping his ass at the end of that first round. I thought it was over. I thought Carwin was going to tap out or tell the referee to stop it. But he hung in there. He survived the onslaught. I thought Junior would come out in the second round, just finish him off. But to my surprise, Junior really didn't do a whole bunch in the second round. Really let really let Carwin off the hook. Carwin didn't do a whole lot either. Third round, not too much action here either. I was just surprised Dos Santos didn't do more after that beatdown in the first round. And after the first round, you could see that Carwin's confidence was gone. So I wasn't really surprised to see him not really press the issue as the fight progressed. He was able to land some shots here and there, but not do a whole lot. Dos Santos, did what he needed to do to win the fight, but not necessarily in spectacular fashion outside of that first round. Either way, a good win for Junior. And of course, next up is Cain Velasquez. I'll favor Cain in that fight because it's a 5-round fight. I think he's got the wrestling to get Dos Santos down. And I think he can hang on the feet. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, we'll be talking about this event and, of course, previewing next weekend's Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix on Science Minds Radio Show. So be sure and check that out if you want or if you get a chance. Link to the show in the information part of the vid, as well as link to my Twitter and link to ScienceBias.com. Want to hear you guys' thoughts about the event? Did it exceed your expectations as it did mine? What do you think of the main event? Do you think Dos Santos, just preliminary, early on, would you favor him against Cain or do you favor Cain? What do you think about Cain possibly getting the next shot at Aldo? What fight stood out to you? And any other general thoughts, I guess. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. Till next time, I'm out.